Hi guys, right, our cobblestones is finally dried up. I showed this, what, yesterday I think it was. So when it turns this colour here from that at the back, we tried it for painting. Nothing's glued in place just yet, the two figures are just standing there. We've done our wall there about 20 minutes ago. We used the back a bit of a white foam board, and then put our modelling clay over it, and then we used our rolling pin for to give the impression that it's a brick wall sort of thing. Same for the cobblestones, slightly different pattern. But anyway, give it another day or two before it dries up, before we can get into the paint, weather and so forth. Still to add those wee bits of trees to the Sherman, the Fury. They did give you 6 of these, like supposed to look like logs, but they don't look like logs at all. They're just bits of plastic, and it just didn't look right. So we're going to hunt about the garden, and hopefully I find a couple of twigs that'll fit in that type of scale. We get 3 on each side, and then we can call the tank done. All the figures are done, as I said. Figures are done on the Hauser. I managed to get a driver for the scout car. In the process of building him up now. What I have to do is take the steering wheel of his scout car to get him in, get his arms up and so forth, and resting on the steering wheel, and just tack it together with a taste of glue and get it ready for painting. Hopefully it'll sit in the same position as I tacked it from. I won't go in any other way because the steering wheel, because his knees are a bit high on it. I don't have to start cutting into the figure itself, because you're going to see the figure with no roof on it and the door opening. So we'll have to get that sorted. Our mechanics are almost getting ready for primer. Got him done. That guy's holding a spanner. He'll sit up on top here up in the scout cart while I let the hood open. There's a toolbox and all for him. There's all wee 4-edge tools has to go into this wee box. There's a couple of wee ratchet sets and all and so forth. There's one here. There's a couple of wee tools has to go into that. So we'll get them all painted up. Your mechanic actually sits on the ground. He's to get his helmet yet. He's behind up maybe a spanner or a ratchet or some sort to the guy up on top of the hood there. What I am going to add to it, I found in my parts box, is street lamps. They need a lot of cleaning up. So they do before I start putting the SMDs in it. So I'll put an SMD in it just to give you an impression that I think these might be gas, so they were at that particular era. We wouldn't think there would have been candles. So we'll put a wee flickering thing into it, a wee yellow SMD. Yeah, as I said, it does need a lot of cleaning up. We built this one about an hour ago, and there's a wee lid goes on the top of it as well. So we'll put it sit here. So we'll put it somewhere maybe inside the tank. And we'll put the other one over in the far corner, or maybe up here, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We've also got telegraph poles of 3 of these all together. So they come in 2 parts, they join here at the top near enough. So these need a bit of work to take all them seams out of it. Same for the other 2 here. So they'll go along the back wall there. So they're all spaced out, and then we'll just put our line on it. I'll use the solder, but we'll break the line to give the impression it's been cut, sort of thing. There's still a lot of bits and pieces left from the other kits, like storage, helmets, more machine guns and so forth, tracks, wee buckets and gas masks and so forth. There's a lot of stuff here, so I'll add them all to it, so way towards the end, just to fill it out, that big space. I do have a lot of scatter, which I molded there well over a year ago, and I never used it. From these here wee molds, I showed these before. They were both 135, one for the cylinder blocks, so the 2 of them basically, in different shapes, if you know what I mean. And there's another one there that does the house bricks. So everything's in here. You've got your coping stones, split bright on the white light, sorry guys. Then you got your blocks, half blocks and so forth, and whatever else. There's enough for actually to build a wee wall, so there is, but for that length there, you're talking maybe 4 of these buckets, 4 of these cartons around, so I wasn't going to start casting these all over the next couple of days. So we'll just use them as a bit of scatter about the base itself here before we give it a heavy weathering. Well, not heavy, but I know what I mean anyway. I'll bring it down from what it's like. Then we'll add some leaves and so forth. I've got a wee puncher cuts out leaves off real leaves in that scale, and we'll just scatter it about the place and hopefully it'll all tie together. So here you go guys, quick update on our Armour group build hosted by Jacqueline and Marcus. So hopefully over the next couple of days I should have it painted, and then we'll move on to our lighting and so forth. The street lights. The lights are in the scout car and the tank. Obviously there's no lights in the houser, so I'll get that wired into the board once it's all the veins all completed sort of thing. Leave it at the last before we turn everything on. Right guys, enough rambling, so thanks for watching, we'll speak to you all later. Bye.